I watched the movie Mustang, which I will be critiquing. The characteristics of the female Bildungsroman are acceptance of greatness into the world and individual needs versus external desires. The five young girls, as the story goes on, begin to gain an acceptance of greatness into the world, especially with the older girls when the house becomes a wife factory, and when the older girls get married to the men they are clearly not interested in. I believe the director decided to include these characteristics to draw attention to their grandmas and society's expectations, which would have proper social skills and be able to do the cooking and cleaning.
Birer tane bakalım tabaklara yaprakları serin.
Ev bir anda içinden çıkamadığımız bir ev kadını fabrikası haline geldi.
Birbirinizi öğretmeye gerek yok. Hepiniz aynı şekilde yapacaksınız. Tamam mı canlarım? Bak.
The five young girls also struggled with their individual needs versus their external desires. Of course, their external desires by their community and family were to respect the Turkish social norms like maintaining their virginity until marriage, learning the proper ways to dress and act around others, and skills like cooking and cleaning. In contrast, their individual needs were to go out with boys, hang out with friends, and dress in a way that would have contrast to the social norms according to their family. I believe the director made these characteristics prominent to create an even greater void between the girls' and grandma's opinions on how to act. In this movie, most characteristics of the coming of age are included, but the characteristic of moral challenges are left out or less emphasized than others because although the girls come across many decisions between right and wrong, the girls usually do not think twice and just do what they want. Therefore, they are not presented as moral challenges as there is no large debate over them. Okay, common experiences. One common experience the girls have is the role of their friends and peers. In the movie, their friends are always encouraging their rebellious behavior. Often when the girls do something against their grandma's wishes, it is because they are doing something with friends or engaging in inappropriate actions with boys. For example, when the girls sneaked out to go to the soccer game, it is because of their friend who knocked on the window and asked them to go. They would not have gone as they had lost hope since their uncle had said no. The only problem with portraying it this way is that it may make the girls seem less motivated to defy society when they're with their friends or peers, as it may seem like the only reason they're doing it is because of their friends and peers. The other common experience. At some point in the movie, each girl gets separated from their family. The first two get married off, the third one kills herself, and the last two run away to Istanbul. The last three are all defying acts of social norms of Turkish culture. These events also rip them of their psychological innocence as they are put out in the dangers of society. I do like the way the director used this common experience, but if the director showed how the loss of innocence affected the characters more, it could have been more powerful to their defying acts against society. Okay, reoccurring motives. The arranged marriage scene with the families meeting occurs many times throughout the movie to emphasize the forceful nature of the Turkish culture that the girls usually wanted to contrast, and to make the common characteristic of loss of innocence prominent since when the girls got married, they left their family and their home and lost their virginity, which in Turkish culture was a big sign of losing innocence. Therefore, the girls were never happy in the arranged marriages except for the first daughter, due to the fact that they did not know their husbands and were married to someone that only their grandma wanted them to be married to.
Oğlum Osman'a kızını Selma'yı istiyorum.
Ne yapalım? Verdik gitti.
Hayırlı olsun. Seninki. Hayırlı olsun.
Hayırlı olsun inşallah.
The window in the movie is very symbolic of their rebellious behavior towards their grandmother, as almost every time someone is knocking at their window, they go and sneak out and go do something fun that their grandma would not wish them to do, and the window is always a symbol of them doing that. The costumes in the movie were very, very important to reflecting the moods of the characters. In the beginning of the film, they wear what they wanted, which consisted of bright colors, their school uniform, and many other things. But when they were under the control of their grandma, they were forced to wear long dark brown dresses covering most of their skin, which suggested the girls' mood towards their grandma and also the fact that they were feeling trapped within their grandma's house, as the dresses were very, very restricting and not cool as the girls would have considered them. The music in the movie was used to emphasize the characters' emotions. For example, when Lale was realizing that she was trapped, sad and dark music was playing to further help the audience feel trapped just like she did. But when they were at the soccer game, there was uplifting and freeing music, since the characters were free of their family's rule, and that was reflecting the characters' mood to also help the audience feel the same mood that the characters do.